I welcome you. Hey, family. I welcome you to my planet. Oh, all is well with me. I hope all is well with many of you. I'm not gonna be out here too long. I just wanted to step in to say much love to you all. I hope all is well with many of you. I wanted to share something with many of you. For those who have been, sorry about that. I had to pause. My little queen was asking me a question, but for those whom have been working on themselves, okay, trying to master yourself by operating in discipline, okay, discipline as far as mental, all right, emotional, you name it. All of this plays a big part as far as how we try to stay balanced and also control our emotions, not operating in fear due to the unknown. Um, but just the mastering oneself as far as not so much operating, shall I say, too carnally, even though, we are in these physical hosts, shall I say, containers, and we are, but due to the fact that we are in these physical containers, it can limit us spiritually when we are not tapping inwardly, shall I say. And I know this has been my truth, you know, just the simple fact of mastering yourself and knowing about frequencies and all of this. It can really take your reality to a whole nother level. Let me just say that. Many of you know I've been doing a lot of mirror work. Okay, it's therapy as well. It's very healing. Um, all right, I apologize. I got interrupted the third time, but anyway, it's all good. I forgot my train of thought, but the point I'm trying to make is, um, when we start to really master ourselves and start learning more about frequency, okay, it can really change our reality. I kid you not. And as I stated, now it's coming back to me, when it comes to the mirror work, all right, there's a new, I'm going to call it a ritual, but there's something that I do daily, every day. Instead of me just looking in the mirror, I would, as though I'm looking at you, family, or as though I'm looking at my camera, I would videotape myself, all right? And I would chant something similar to, here is an example, family. Instead of the mirror, use your phone and record. Chant this 13 times. I am peace, love, and harmony. I seek peace, love, and harmony. For I am peace, love, and harmony. I seek peace, love, and harmony. For I am peace, love, and harmony. I seek peace. Make yours unique for you, okay? But make sure you speak life over yourself. You don't have to do what I just did. Do you. Do this daily, 3 times a day. Chant a message of you speaking life over yourself in your phone, looking back at yourself. And as you repeat the message, you're also saying within yourself, I love you, I receive. So shall it be. I love you, I receive. So shall it be for you. I love myself. I am love. I am whole. I am unity with Earth Gaia. I'm just giving you an example, all right? I'm giving you an example. You know, I am love, I am whole, I am balance. I'm just giving you an example, all right? And I would stare at the camera, and I would chant this for about 13 times, all right? And afterwards, I would say, I love myself, namaste. That's the God in me, greet the God in you, okay? And the whole time I'm doing this inwardly, verbally I'm saying this, but also inwardly I'm saying, I receive, I love you. I appreciate you. I receive, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm saying all of... I apologize. My little queen asked me another question. But why I'm chanting this, okay? And I'm giving you an example, okay? I'm also saying inwardly, you know, I love you. As I'm staring at myself, I'm saying I love you, I receive. I love you, I receive, okay? And at the end, I will say verbally, I love you, namaste. So I got to where I'm doing this 3 times a day. In the morning when I get up, you know, around lunchtime and before I go to bed. It's mirror work too, because you're looking at yourself. You stare at yourself right here, okay? It's like a reflection of your own self. You know, that what you're putting out, you know, it's being reflected back at you, okay? But you're looking at yourself, okay? So since I've been doing this has really been increasing my vibration big time. It's no difference than you doing mirror work and standing in front of a mirror, period. I just prefer this because I can do it anytime. Like, all I have to do is just grab my phone and, you know, just stare at myself, you know, and repeat, you know, those certain words back to myself. You pretty much speaking life over yourself, and all of this builds your confidence, you know, increase your vibration, you know, and you're pushing that into the universe. You know, I love you, and you set your intentions. You know that you are in a state of love. You are in a state of gratitude. You are in a state of... I was saying all of this, okay, in my particular video. Make yours personal for you. You know, don't worry about how I do me. Make yours personal for you. Just make it simple though, but you have to chant it. Well, I math 13 times. I repeat it over 13 times. And then afterwards, I say, I love you, namaste. Since I've been doing this, it's like, you know, my reality has really just, has been so magical, okay? Real quick, one day I was in my room, right? It was in the evening time. And I'm sitting here, you know, the sun is starting to set, but it's a little bit of light coming in. And I'm sitting here, you know, looking at the TV, but I can still see the light coming in through the window. Reflecting at, the light coming in through the window, hitting my dresser, right? So I'm sitting there, and my eyes happen to look downward towards the dresser, and I saw something. I could put my hand on it. To me, it was a bug. It reminded me of a moth, okay? To me, it looked like some type of moth that was on my dresser, but it was camouflage. That was my interpretation of what I was seeing, right? It was brown like my dresser, and I was looking like this. And just when I was trying to zoom in on what I was looking at, it rised up and it flew. I could see the wings and everything, and it just faded out into the light, into the sunlight. I was like, wow. So the whole time, it was there the whole time, but I couldn't see it. It was camouflage. Whatever this entity was, okay, this dimensional being, okay, whatever it was there the whole time in my presence, but I wasn't aware of it. But finally when I became aware of it, and it had noticed that I was aware of it, okay, because the whole time it was in my presence. But once it realized that I was aware of it, okay, and notice I was not operating in fear. If anything, I was operating as though I was a child, you know, just feeling like, you know, giddy, like a child. But I was like, wow, and I looked, and I did like this, and it rised up, and it like it had wings, and it started looking luminous looking, and then it rised up, and it went right into the light. It flew right into the light, into the sunlight, And we know the sun is like a portal. We know they're a cosmic portal, okay? It's a lot of beings that flows in and out of the sunlight, okay? But I'm like, wow, look at this. Look at this. So anyway, by me saying this, life is magical, okay? I put that also. I say this also, life is magical. So that means no matter what I see, I'm not seeing it in fear. I'm seeing it in love. Because for one thing, I am love. And that I am, I attract to me. So I wasn't in fear at all. It just caught me off guard because it caught me off guard because I never had that experience before. Not that kind of experience, okay? I see orbs all the time. But to actually see, and it looked like, also you could say it looked like a spirit elemental, okay? The only difference is, at first it was camouflage, brown, like my dresser. When I first saw it, it was brown, and like it had spots in it, but it was camouflage as my dresser. And I thought it was a moth. And I did like this, and it rised up, and it went from brown to looking luminous looking. And I guess the energy coming off of it made it seem like it had wings, and it just flew off into the sunlight. And I was like, wow. Another experience that I had. All right, family, as you see, I changed it up. I had to come in because it was quite cold outside. I apologize, my camera shut off as always. So I wanted to change location to come in. All right. It's so much I be wanting to share, family, based on my experience, my testimony. But it's like the more I talk, you know, I be having so much to say, I don't get a chance to really elaborate more or go in depth, and I apologize for that. I can always do another video, but it was something that I was going to speak on before my camera shut off, okay? With that being said, before I get to that, the Spirit put this new message, okay, on my mind to talk about. It's very important to me. Many people, okay, including myself, before, I came to having this awakening, this spiritual awakening, many people, okay, think about our ancestors, those who are Bible thumpers, believers, okay, who are religious. Many people have been waiting on the promise of the coming of the Messiah, of Christ, okay? Just want to give you something to think about because, I just, in my spirit, I just need to talk about this. But that which they have been waiting on, okay, due to their interpretation, of them reading the word, okay, that which they have been waiting on. I think about our ancestors that goes back, okay, those who grew up in church, all right, that which they have been waiting on, they've been waiting for something that's outside themselves, okay? Even though the word tells us the kingdom of God is within. But a lot of people have been waiting for something spectacular to happen, supernaturally to happen outside of themselves, okay? They've been waiting for this event to happen outside of themselves, but not inwardly. And we can say that nobody is telling them to go inwardly, but Christ's been telling us the whole time to go within yourself. Because we can easily be fooled out here, deceived out here. Because there are forces, okay, that are on a high, well, let me just say this, there are advanced, okay, and ancient, and they know what time it is. Let me just say that. And many of these forces are not cheering for us, okay? They really want to keep us doormatted like slaves to be easily controlled. They're not cheering for us to rise up into our true nature, our higher selves, connecting with our higher selves. They're not cheering for us. But then there are forces that are. The point I'm trying to make is this ultimate change that many people have been waiting on, even myself, okay? It wasn't never something that was outside of myself. It was within. Okay? It's the quickening of our spirit. It was something that supernaturally was supposed to happen inwardly. It's like a rebirth. Okay? I remember in the word it says, behold, I make all things new. All right? I remember reading the word, God said, I'm going to do something new. Okay? That's something new. It's not outside of us, it's inside of us. And when I had my awakening, it's like my spirit was quickened to where it changed me not only mentally, not only emotionally, but spiritually. It's like everything started inwardly, as within, so without. This right here, awaken. I started seeing inside of myself. I started to know things that nobody has ever told me. But this is my truth, my testimony. And can nobody take it from me? I don't debate over here. Okay, I just speak my truth. Because we all have a truth. We are all on a spiritual path. But what I have learned is that which I have been waiting on. People are talking about disclosure. I've had disclosure. All right. Actually, I've had disclosure in 1977 when I saw my first UFO. I was a child. I was 7 years old. I was born in 71. My cousin was born in 76. She was up there on in one of those little swings. Those are the high swings that they had back in the day. They still have them now, but they're made different. They're shorter. Back in the day, they were a little taller. My son had one. Now they make them a little lower to the floor. But my cousin was in one of those swings. So during that time, she was born in 76. During that time, she was like in the months, but she wasn't able to walk back then. So that's how I know it was in 77. Okay, I was babysitting her. My cousin, my brother, they were playing outside, and it was in the back of my aunt's apartment. And I was on the steps. I couldn't go nowhere because I had to babysit my cousin because he was up there on the top part of the steps. But we were outside. We saw a big old mothership, and it had appeared to us children. Okay, our children appearing innocent, and we was not scared whatsoever. But I had my disclosure way back then. So I already knew that, they were real. I knew that. I didn't know that there were many of them in different species, but I knew that they were real. Okay, I didn't need the government to tell me that they are real or not, or a scientist. Okay, just like when I go within myself, I don't need, government or the news, the media to tell me that the things that I'm seeing is legit or not, because I knows what I know. I don't know everything. Nobody does, but you know what you know. Okay? You know what you know, and that's all that matters. Just walking in your truth, it's going to carry you far. Me saying all of this is because it saddens me, a lot of my brothers and sisters, and it is their path, and it's okay. Everybody's path is different. But a lot of my brothers and sisters are, you know, they're so religious, they can't see anything else outside of that book. And they're still waiting. They're still spiritually asleep, doormatted, asleep. Okay, they can say that they're spiritual, but they don't have no kind of experience. All they know is what the words say, that's it. They can't even really relate to it because they haven't had no experience.